Okay. Hi, Brandy. So, yeah, wanted to come over here and kind of give a little bit of an update because I did go live already once on here. Um, but I feel like that live was kind of a mess. I didn't realize that I had to go in and do all this like accept these rules and whatnot to do the donation thing. But also the huge thing was um, Coda actually had a seizure during that live, and he's rather embarrassed about it and asked me not to post that video or allow that live to be posted because he doesn't want that to be seen. Um, so yeah, I'm like, I gotta go on live and let them know, like, those lives those lives that I already did aren't gonna be available anymore because of that. Because he's utterly embarrassed that he had that seizure where you guys could actually see him and hear him. And I don't ever want him to feel embarrassed, even though I know there's none of my subscribers or anybody that would see that video that would ever judge him for that or even say anything. As a mother, you don't ever want your child to feel embarrassed. And I kind of suspected that when it happened, because it happened shortly after we went live on that second video, because I obviously didn't know my stuff on the first one, as far as being able to do those stickers where you guys could do the donation or buy stickers or do the donations, however that works, y'all. Um, so he was like, "Can you please just delete that live? I don't want people to be able to see that." And I was like, "Man, I had a mess going on there between not having that and then him having the seizure. It was like, oh, that whole live has turned into a mess because it got kind of awkward there after he had the seizure for everyone because it was like, there was like that silence or that awkwardness. Um, so, oh, Lori, in the last live with me and Heather, the second one, within the first couple minutes of that live, Coda had a seizure, and you guys could actually see it and hear it. Um, and he asked if I could take it down because he didn't want people to see that because he's slightly embarrassed. So I thought I'd get on here and I'd explain to you guys, like, I'm sorry those lives are missing. You're looking for him, but I don't want him to feel embarrassed or, anything like that. Oh, thank you. If we are not lifting our children up, who else will? You know? Or if we're not, you know, obviously I don't do everything that makes him happy. That's for sure. Um, but it's like if you feel embarrassed by that, because I know how utterly embarrassed he was with the one that he had in Walmart the other day. I was like, I'll take it down. That's not a problem. That's what I told him. I'm like, none of them would ever judge you or say anything. And quite a few of you actually know about seizures or know stuff about seizures. And it was like, no, bud. But, if it makes him feel better, by golly, I'll do it. Um, you know, there were a lot of you that got to join us during it, so you got to experience that life. But, so it was like, okay, I'll go live again and I'll explain that. Plus, the mess with the whole super stickers is what they're called. Um, I didn't know how to do that. And I was like, so the first live I'm sitting over here on the computer trying to figure out how to even do that or what was going on. Um, yeah, and I was just like, oh my goodness, how to be so utterly unprepared is definitely what happened with that one. You know, and I have never, ever, ever let any of you see me other than here up, and I had to get up and run to him. So that was definitely, you know, that was definitely putting myself out there as well. Um, you know, I'm confident, but I still have some issues allowing people to see that. But you all did get to see my cute leggings, and yes, I wear leggings all the time. When you got tummy problems, leggings are your friend. They really are, because they don't put any pressure on your belly. Um, and it seems like no matter what I eat, my stomach just doesn't like it. I have to go up here and click this little button. Right? I get it, right? Get someone other to talk to. I do, I get it. You know, when my husband's working, as most of you know, he's been out of work since March 17th. But when my husband's working, I literally have my son and my animals to talk to. So I get it. And I appreciate all your prayers. I really do. He's doing okay. He bounced back from that one pretty quickly, which is obviously not always the case. But he did from that one. Luckily, his dad was on that one pretty quickly. So, you know, like we said in the live, we would like to train our puppy to alert to those. Well, not us train him, obviously, because we're not trained to do that. But pay somebody to train him to be an alert dog or a service dog, support dog. We can get him set down, you know, because we don't know if these are going to progress in severity or if they're going to stay the same, and they have progressed already. We went from having like 2 a day to there's days that he's having 8 or 7, and including some in his sleep, and he never did that before. So I seen somebody comment on the video today, you look tired, and I'm like, yeah, I am tired. Like, I don't look tired, I am tired. I don't sleep very much because every little move he makes, it's like, oh, is he having a seizure? You know, and you have to be prepared for that. And he's actually like, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, you know, Lori, the thing about it is if they're a psychological, his therapist said they don't usually do meds for seizures. They do therapy, and it's a type of therapy, EDMR therapy is one of them that they use, and that's something that they already do with him. And it's actually a therapy that they do with soldiers that have PTSD. Um, but if it is a medical seizure, then yeah, they would do that. And that's the thing with him having that brain tumor um, taken out 2 years ago in his frontal lobe area over here on his right side. There is a possibility that they are frontal lobe seizures, unfortunately. You know, kid's been given a tough hand. I kind of explained it to him like this. I know it sounds crazy, but you know, when you're talking to a kid, you gotta kind of break it down to a kid level. And I told him, you know, it's like playing poker and you got dealt a really bad card, but eventually you'll get to that jackpot. And I was like, when you do, will you share it with me? Like, mom needs a jackpot. No, you know, Friday night. So it is Friday night. What are you all doing tonight? What's everyone doing tonight? It's kind of crazy. I kind of feel like this week went fast. It was like, I don't know, weird. I'm tired, but I feel like this week went fast. We are not going to do anything this weekend. I actually have stuff prepared for if any reason I have to run him to Primary Children's Hospital, I have stuff prepared for that. Some triggers. The crazy thing is he doesn't really honestly know what triggers it, because, he has PTSD, so the way that he explains it to us, because he's 12, so he's old enough to explain it, is he starts off with the flashback. Well, he feels a heaviness on his chest, or like his heart's gonna beat out of his chest. So that, and then he goes into a flashback. And then he goes, which triggers the seizure, and goes into this seizure. And his hand go like this, or he'll go out like this. But his upper body gets stiff, but he has movement of his lower body, which apparently is very common in what they call MEAD seizures. But without having an actual, for sure diagnosis on what kind of seizures they are, you don't know how to treat it or what to even do, because they're all so different. Like I said, in the other life, I'm trained and all of that, but I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. Hello, the Lone Star Crew. Well, we're just talking about the last live that I did. Unfortunately, in it, my son had a seizure, and it was able to be seen and heard. So he asked me to delete that live. So I was just letting it, stopping it. Just me, myself, and I, letting everybody know why that one has disappeared, and just kind of hanging out for a minute. You can tell that the sun's not shining me bright like a diamond. Me too, Lori, me too. But of course, whenever we do get answers, you guys are kind of like my family, my friends. A lot of you have become my friends. A lot of you follow me, and I follow you back on Instagram, and we get to talk to each other and see each other's lives. I got to see Brandy recently got engaged. I've got to see Cora Baby's crazy hunts. I got to see Lori's amazing, beautiful family and all her wonderful adventures. It's so cool. It really is. It's yeah. And I have lots of you on Instagram that I follow back. Oh, thank you so much. You two are so awesome, and thank you, Lone Star Crew. One day, if this channel, not even if this channel gets big enough, because I don't want to say that, because it sounds like, oh, you don't appreciate your other, or your subscribers now. That's not at all. But eventually one day I would like to do a meet and greet. But it's so hard to do it when you live in little old Wyoming where there's nothing really here. I mean, the only thing that Wyoming's hugely known for is Yellowstone. Some people, you tell them Wyoming and they're like, where is that? And I'm like, did you not ever go to, history class and do geography? Because they show you where Wyoming is. Matter of fact, when my brother was in the Marines, they asked if we still rode horses and had wagons and horses that pulled wagons, and he was like, no, I live in Wyoming, which is in the United States. It's the same as you, just a much smaller town, or much smaller place, but he was like, no. Which was so funny. I am, let's see, I'm about 6 hours away from Yellowstone, I believe. Somewhere around there. I'm a little ways away from there. I hate that volcano that's there, so it could be even further for me, and I'd be fine with that. But I would never move away from Wyoming? I don't think. Maybe. I don't know. I love my little community. Oh, there's somebody riding their skateboard. I knew I heard some funky noises. True, very true. You know, maybe one of these times, when we go to California or something. Hi, Prima. We can do like a meet and greet there or somewhere like in Salt Lake City, Utah, which is what, about 2.5, 3 hours away from here. And it's not a bad place. And I know Salt Lake pretty well. Well, of course I know Salt Lake pretty well. You know, my whole entire life, if you ever wanted to buy anything, you have to go to Salt Lake. Oh, you know, I've never been that way. The furthest I've been there was like towards the eastern side of the United States. I'm trying to think. I want to say like South Dakota. No, Nebraska. I've been to Nebraska. What are some of Koda's favorite things? Oh, he's a little kid, y'all. My son can build some of the craziest creations out of Legos. Um, I mean, he makes like Lego guns that are like actual, you know, like obviously they don't shoot or anything, but like they have, it's just crazy. I think I don't know if I posted that one on Instagram or not, but the thing was almost 4 feet tall. I mean, it was crazy. And he does ships, and he loves ants, rocks. Kid loves rocks. Um, you know, like, oh, he loves to go rock hunting. He loves to find rocks, and he's got rocks throughout my whole house. um, so it would be so cool one of these days once I get my PO box set up, to have people send him rocks from like different places because he loves rocks. And yes, Prima. My Prima knows. Koda loves Legos. Matter of fact, that's what he's doing right now, is Legos. And I think it helps kind of like meditate his mind. It's his way of meditating, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, Legos and rocks. Ants. He loves ants. I'm not sure why, but he does. And it would be so cool to get like different rocks from all around the world. How cool would that be for him? I mean, he's got huge crystals. I mean, huge. And y'all know that my dad owns the only running gold mine in the state of Wyoming. So I mean, that's a huge thing for him. And my dad is a geologist as well as an electrician. So, you know, he kind of follows in his grandpa's footsteps. That's for sure. Yeah, Prima, I just jumped back on to let everybody know that I was deleting the other live because Koda asked me to, being that he had the seizure in it and he doesn't want people to see that. So, yeah, I mean, how cool. What could be cooler for a kid that likes rocks? Does he like geodes? Oh, gosh, yeah. Oh, yeah. A matter of fact, oh, gosh. I'm going to tell you guys this cool story. So, today is the 28th of August, right? So 4 days ago was his 2-year anniversary of having his brain tumor removed. And last year, we were actually out here in my backyard digging up for that sewer line that my dad was replacing, right? This dirt has been moved I don't know how many times. And it's like clay. That's all it is. It's clay once you dig down deep. So we were out there on Koda's 1-year anniversary and we were working, and then we did like a little party for him with a cake and stuff to celebrate his 1 year, because you know, making it 1 year after having brain tumor surgery is huge. So we were celebrating it, and he's like down playing in this dirt digging around, and this kid comes out with a geode. a geode, and like I said, my dad's a geologist. A geode that is purple and like beautiful. I mean, beautiful geode. And it's not big, it's just a little one. But my dad's looking at him and he's going, "Where did you find this?" And he's like, "Oh, I found it over there." Y'all, he goes, "This is not the area, nor is this the correct environment for this geode to even be here." And my dad's like, "Someone or somehow that geode was placed here for him to find on his 1 year anniversary." So I don't know if maybe his grandma who passed like did that, or the good Lord above, or something to show him like, "Hey, I got your back," you know, like a sign for him. It was so cool, and it's beautiful, and he still has it. He has it put up in he has this glass case that he keeps his special rocks in. And it was just like, and still today he talks about that. He's like, "Mom, isn't that crazy?" And it's like, yeah. I love the one he gives me. Oh yeah, so my grandma came here a couple of years ago, and my dad and my stepmom um gave her rocks, but her lucky little butt is out. We're rock hunting, right? We're out rock hunting, and my prima is so lucky, it's crazy. It's not even luck. Like, somebody pointed her towards this area. And we're walking, and she's like, "I don't know why, but I have to go over there," type thing. She walks over there, y'all. There lays a perfect arrowhead. Perfect arrowhead. It wasn't broken, it wasn't chipped, it was perfect. My dad was like, "Are you kidding me? Do you know how many times I have rock hunted in that area and I have never found a perfect arrowhead?" And it was like, it was crazy. His favorite color is blue. Second favorite is probably green, but his favorite is blue, most definitely. Yeah, it's just like, how did you find that? We were actually rock hunting for petrified wood, because there's a whole lot of that in Wyoming. We have a whole lot of fossilized wood, fossilized fish, fossilized animals in general, like a whole bunch of that throughout Wyoming. You know, and there's what, there used to be more than one volcano here. Of course, the only volcano now is the one in Yellowstone, which is scary. That one's scary. That one scares me. If y'all didn't know that already. Turn this light on real quick. Get some light in here. I didn't find gold. You didn't, Prima, but maybe next time y'all see my kitchen. It's not that ugly old funky blue color anymore. Yeah, the fan's going because it's hot. It is hot, hot, hot. Ooh. Hello. When is his birthday? His birthday is actually September 13th. Mine is September 10th and his is September 13th. Crazy. It was so crazy because my due date was actually September 10th, which is my birthday. But I went 3 days over, which I'm kind of thankful for because it's hard sharing a birthday with your kid. But of course, y'all know I would let his light shine far before I would ever let mine. But yeah, his is September 13th. So we're both Virgos. Which is why sometimes we butt heads, because we're very similar. My hair's like glowing in that light. It's getting dark here. But yeah, so you know, I just wanted to jump on here and let you all know that. Spend a little time and hang out with you guys and let you know, like, that wasn't deleted on purpose. I don't know. You know, it was too cold for us. Oh gosh, yeah. Well, it rained. It was the year that it rained a lot. And look, now we're in what, August? Almost September, and it has hardly rained at all. It has been 90 plus degrees almost all summer long since June. We went from like really cold, cover your garden, to 90 degrees. And it stayed there. So it's so dry here. And there, which raises huge fire issues. And there's actually a fire up by Yellowstone right now by the Old Faithful. So yeah, it's a little bit crazy this year, the weather. And they say that we're gonna have a rough winter, but it's like they've said that forever now. They really have. Like the last, I don't know how many years they've said it. I will be sure to tell him that, and he will appreciate that, Lori. Yeah, no. You know, y'all get to see like my studio. This is where I actually record. So I close these, and then I have my backdrop that goes up. My little studio. But hopefully someday, within the next couple years, we're able to remodel the basement and redo the whole floors because part of it's dirt right now, and put my studio down there and soundproof it. But of course that's gonna have to wait a little bit till the husband goes back to work and we get some stuff taken care of. So yeah, I'm not sure y'all what them super stickers are. Like when I looked it up on Heather's phone, it's like you buy a sticker for like $2. It went from like $2 to $50 or $100. I don't really know. But there's also another button that you can just like donate directly to. But I don't know. Somebody told me to add my PayPal so that people could donate. So it should be in the live chat area. If you go down right where you rate your comment, next to it should be like a little box. My finger's red from the Cheetos. A little box with like a money sign in it. And that's where you'll find them. I did it one time on Big Guy Appetites video. But I couldn't remember. I cannot remember for the life of me. Y'all know my brain don't work very well whenever I haven't slept. And I really haven't slept. So I'm like, I don't even know right from left right now. That's why I said when somebody said, oh, you look tired, I'm like, I am. Like, there's no look. I am. But there's so many mothers, parents, all together that feel the same way right now. Or even feel the same way all together. Y'all, hold on. We're gonna... There we go. Y'all can see me. You see me? Yeah, I don't recommend donating via Super Chat. Oh, yeah, see, and I read that somewhere else too. That they took like a percentage of it or something. So somebody told me to start putting my PayPal or Venmo in my videos, like in the description area. The way people could donate if they wanted to. But of course, you know, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not the type of person that's there and be like, oh yeah, donate, donate. To me, there's probably more people out there that need it more than me. That's just kind of how I feel. But yeah, if y'all go on my battery's dying. So if y'all go on my Instagram, actually, I have posted a GoFundMe that's actually for my friend, who has breast cancer for the second time, and it's stage 4, and she's the same age as me. I went to school with her. Hats and t-shirts. I would love to do that, Prima. I would. I just don't know how to go about doing that, especially here because we don't have like places really that do that. So if any of y'all know how to go about doing any of that, I can offer some advice and help. Hit me up on Instagram at Wyoming Blessed with Tish, or on Facebook at Wyoming Blessed with Tish. Heck yeah, I'll take it. But anyways, y'all, better get off here because the phone's kicking out at me that I have 10% battery left, which by now is probably 9%. Anyways, I hope you all have a great Friday night and a great weekend, and I will have a video up on Get to Know Me Sunday. I appreciate all your kind words, your prayers, your thoughts, your support, and getting me here to being monetized, because I gave myself a year to hit that mark, and we have hit it at, let's see, October something would have been 1 year. So we hit it before 1 year. I mean, how cool is that? But of course, I wouldn't have never been able to do that without you guys. Oh, that cup I had especially made for me, but I probably could figure out some way to kind of get somebody to do that on a bulk type setting, because I think I paid like $20 some dollars for that. Something like that. Yeah. And I'd hate to have that lady make a whole bunch at $20 some dollars. And then, yeah. All right, y'all.